I'm telling you right now, Lark is one of the best, or is not one of the best, he has the best kit in the game in my opinion. He can do so many things. First of all, he has the buff and debuff that he puts on the floor. So it can be great for supporting your teammates and of course debuffing enemies and delivering more damage. So if they get very close to you like melee ones, you can just put it near you and just spray those balls and you're gonna eliminate them so fast. The balls can also go behind tanks. For example, if you shield, you can just throw the balls up or behind them and it will deal damage, like you see here. So if you do it well, you can actually render the shield quite useless. I should have thrown it above him. I didn't do it in this particular case. You can, of course, respawn at a certain point, which actually flank. You can do it on a place where you can get healing or capture a point. Also, it doesn't have to be in front of you to deal damage, and most of the time that's what you should do. And all the maps that I played actually designed in a way that you can take advantage of that. He also reloads really fast. His buffs also help just moving fast between areas, especially when you need to capture points. So if you put it in the right place, you can really help you and your teammates move very fast between points. Of course, you can use it also on yourself to just disengage. You also don't need to be accurate with him, just shoot in the direction. Here, for example, like taking Doe, just hiding inside. Also, many heroes will be discouraged to run after you. If they do, you can just put, for example, a spore seed on the ground and just shoot your balls. And basically, if they come close to you, they get massive damage. And let's not forget that his passive ability, the fungal resistant, damage resistant stacks with active spores on the map. So you also become very durable as well. So you're really good against range. You're great also against melee come close to you. His main limitation, of course, is the range, right? You need to be relatively mid-range to close range relatively, not preferably, of course, not in melee range, in order to do well with him. But again, because you don't have to be front face-to-face, you have an advantage here, and because the maps are designed, there are many corners and places to hide, you have an advantage. And trust me, there's so many game modes left, especially with the new game mode, when you need to capture the zones where enemy rush in very fast. You can prevent this rush in by just putting your balls and putting the debuff beforehand, and enemies, well, are likely not to get inside when you do that, when they see your balls. And again, it's really tough to engage against someone that if you engage with him, you try to engage, not even engage, you try to engage, you're gonna get massive damage in return. So it seems like it's really only limitation here is that it doesn't have the range. But of course, if he had the range, it would be totally broken. So again, if you are in mid-range against him, you're pretty much screwed. As you can see here. But again, if you're close to him, you're also going to do massive damage. So you need to try to eliminate him very fast. But he's also quite durable, especially when you put the spores. It's a problematic one to deal with. Now the cool thing about the transplant pod, again, except that you can put it, you know, healing or certain location, hidden location to flank and so on. The great thing about it is that, again, you don't have a limitation for duration, for what I know. You can just put it there. I mean, unless enemies destroy it, it's there. It's kind of having like being a tracer, but without the timing to actually respawn back. The limitation of it is that it takes some time to actually do the animation until you get back. That's the main limitation. But it's not too long. It's much longer, of course. It's not immediate, let's say it like that. It takes a few seconds. Now I'm going to show you an area of the map, and there are, of course, many of them. This is just one really area that is just made for him. Because you can hide, you can easily eliminate enemies. They can really close distance. They're going to get hit, of course, if they do that. Take a look. So in my opinion, this dude just got the whole package. Seriously, the more I play with him, the more I get better with him, the more I realize how powerful it is. Before that, I actually thought he's great, but didn't know that he's that great. Yeah, so if you haven't played with him, I highly recommend doing so. And again, give it time, learn, of course, how to use him. You need, you know, it's more skill-based, this one, in order to really make the best of him. But once you do, you're gonna smash. Thanks for watching.